Hello everyone, it's Melissa. Welcome back. Today I am sharing another project. This is a 12 by 12 layout documenting my birthday. I turned 45 this year and we had a fun weekend away in Chicago. So I'm starting off by pulling from my product jar. You can see I've got stickers, 6 by 6 pad, labels, I have Project Life card, and phrase stickers, enamel dots, and eyelets. And the only thing I don't use are 6 by 6 my 6 by 6 papers. But you can see here I'm pulling from my Confetti Maggie Holmes, very well loved pad that I got from Tuesday Morning years ago. I've used this on several birthday layouts, and I keep all the scraps in that little 8.5 by 11 clear page protector. I'm just looking through those to see which bits I can use, and right away I have pulled the 4 and the 5 numbers that are from the cut apart sheet in that paper pad. And I'm starting off by cutting down a white piece of cardstock, which I'm going to do my journaling on my typewriter, and it's kind of lengthy, and so I'm just going to need a smaller piece. I don't have the fancy We Are Memory Keepers 12 by 12 typewriter, so when I want to do something like this, I've got to adjust. So these are all just papers from that collection pad, and it's just scraps. I used one full sheet and the rest were just already previously cut up papers from the collection pad, which I'm loving. I just love the colors, and I feel like it goes with so much stuff. So I love the accents of black and whatnot. So like I mentioned before, a little bit about this page. I went to Chicago for my birthday to see my sister. She turned 40 over the hill and I turned 45. So we had a little party in Chicago for her, and I got to see a high school friend and do all of my favorites that I like to do. I'm from Chicago, so we get back there quite frequently and we have our favorite spots. And so we were there for 4 days and tried to cram as much as possible in. So yeah, you see there I've done my journaling. Like I mentioned, it's very lengthy. I also have my photos printed. These are all 2 by 3 size, and I just collaged them onto the right side of the photograph of the layout, just because with the journaling taking up so much space, I knew the pictures had to be small and there was a lot I wanted to tell about this weekend. So I printed them small and did a lot of them. So I'm adding my scraps of paper. I de-stressed the edges, tore them, and just making sure everything's lined up. I am going to use a manufacturer's strip. Well, whatever they label that for when you buy them in a paper pad. But you'll see that for whatever reason, these paper pads, they like to put a hole in the middle to hang them. I've never seen them hung ever. So why there needs to be a hole in the middle is beyond me, but that's the way they're rolling with it. So there is a hole there. I'm pretending like I can't see it because no one's ever going to know. Because, in fact, it doesn't get covered up, but whatever. In the final layout, you can't even tell. So, I am starting off by adding the 4 and the 5. I just have them kind of nestled into that little voided area of the journaling, and just gonna place them kind of wonky and askew from each other, and I will add more bits to this little area in a minute. I really, like I mentioned, love this color combination. I've got some of the Project Life cut aparts from the paper pad, and see, there you see me using that branding strip with the hole there. So from my stash, I don't know where they're from, but the hashtag paper clips. I also pulled a heart paperclip, heart shape, and a geotag, which I will use 3 clips on this page. They weren't a product pull, but I thought if I'm using one, why not use 3? And I also like to mention that I did get 5 or 6 labels used on this page, so that was awesome. I have down at the bottom there a label, and I typed on it the date, and right above it is a piece of chipboard from Freckled Fawn. It just says spending time together, and I'm going to glue that on. The Celebrate there is a die cut from, let me think, maybe Waffle Flower. If you want to know, I can look it up, but I cut it in black, and I think I wanted to use it for New Year's Eve, and I didn't. And so it was in my scrap. So I'm going to use that, and later on in the video, I don't think I show it, but I am going to use some of my Wink of Stella black glitter pen on it to give it some shimmer. You can see there I'm adding a heart next to the stamped area where it says family, and that stamp is from the Sweet Stamp Shop, and it was one of their game stamps. I don't believe it's still available, I'm sorry. But the Sweet Stamp Shop has a ton of really great stamp sets. You should check them out. Also, you can see on the top there, Let's Talk About It Speech Bubble. That is actually a really old stamp, and it's from the Freckled Fawn, one of their kits or something a long time ago. And then the last element, so excited about, that's from the Ellie Studio Celebrate stamp set. You guys have seen me use that quite a bit. And I also used Bermuda Bay ink from Stampin' Up. One of the last things you'll see me show you is on the last photograph on the bottom, I used some Tim Holtz Chit Chat stickers. And I do have a piece of chipboard, that birthday picture, so excited about, that says yay. Yeah, there are the phrase stickers, and the happy day on one of the other photos on the top there, that is just from one of the cut-aparts. So I'm gluing down an element here that was in my stash. It says Yum. I'm going to throw a guess out and say it's from Ellie Studio. And I'm just going to glue it onto the back of this Project Life card that I have cut apart in half. And it's just from the collection kit, the confetti. Here's me gluing on that happy day embellishment that, like I mentioned, it was just one of the cut aparts from the collection kit. All these colors match my photos great. The Love This with the heart paperclip, that is actually from Ellie Studio as well. It's just one of their, I think from their Foodie Elements. I'm not sure, but it's one of their little embellishment sheets, and so I just tucked it in there under that heart because I have it on a pizza photograph. That was my birthday dinner of choice. Whenever I'm going to Chicago, that is always what I eat. I also pulled from an October afternoon sticker sheet. It's a tab sticker, and it says food because one of the things that I love about Chicago is the abundance of spectacular food and the choices, and it's also great. So I do have a glassine bag there. I don't know where it's from. It's super old, and I just used it behind there to for just another layering textured element. I will end up putting a tag in there that I cut from Studio Calico with just some cream craft paper, and I do put an eyelet in there from Stampin' Up, but I don't add twine. It's one of the rare instances where I don't add twine to my tags. I just thought it didn't need it. So yeah, you can see there I'm showing you my Studio Calico tags. I'm going to use my Crocodile and put the eyelet into place, and yeah, tuck it up behind there. I also added that hashtag clip. I made a hole in my paper and stuck that in the paper and taped it onto the back of my layout so that it was tucked in behind there. I do that very often, so I'm sure you've seen it on other videos. So I'm just arranging my photos here. So the top you can see a White Castle's picture. I don't love White Castles, but sometimes it's a must. And below that is a picture of me and my high school bestie, or elementary school bestie actually, and high school. And in the final photo you'll see I've just layered bits of tags or label stickers behind a lot of these pictures and Project Life cut apart sheets from the collection. And so next, or beneath that, is us at the, it's like a restaurant, but it's actually called, what's it called? sugar factory in Chicago. We have tons of candy, and like I said, it's a restaurant as well. Down at the bottom is a picture of me and my sister on her birthday for her little party. At the top right is the Chicago, one of the skyline pictures that I took. Below that is me with my birthday gift. I actually got a puppy this year, like I've mentioned before in another video, and I also got an iPad, my very first one. Pizza was my dinner of choice below that, and then the cousins had a little bowling date on the weekend, so we had fun at like a bowling arcade type place. So yeah, this layout came together super quick. I wrote up my journaling and then typed it, and just added the elements that I needed. And like I mentioned, the only thing that didn't make it onto the page was 6x6 papers, because I really just used scraps that I had from that collection. The last thing I'm going to add are my enamel dots, and yeah, that's it. So I would love for you to subscribe to my channel for more videos. I would love a thumbs up if you have any questions, let me know, and I will be back with another layout next week. You guys can find me on Instagram. I'll put a link in the profile, and on Facebook. And I appreciate you watching, and have a great week. Thanks. Bye.